Welcome to the Fresh Patch Podcast, where we talk about everything from dog training to potty talk. It's time to save your rugs and get real. This episode is brought to you by Fresh Patch, featured on Shark Tank, Oprah, and The Today Show. And here are your hosts, Drew and Gabe.
Welcome to episode 6 of the Potty Talk podcast. My name is Drew, and I'm here with...
My name is Gabe, and we are really excited to bring the show to you guys today.
Yes, this is going to be a fun one. We're actually celebrating National Pet Month, so Gabe and I are just going to talk about our experiences with being dog dads and actually having 2 rescues as well. So... we're just going to dive in and kind of give you guys background of if you're, looking to adopt or, you're hesitant on a rescue or whatnot. We're going to tell our story and just really make sure you guys know what's up in our experience too, right, Gabe? So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone knows getting a dog can be a stressful experience, especially with a rescue.
Mm-hmm.
You never really know what you're going to get. Hopefully you can glean some stuff off of our experiences and,
make
make sure that your pet experiences is as good as ours.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we're not trying to toot our own horn, but we have some good dogs, and we are very thankful and blessed that we're able to find such great rescues and stuff. So,
for sure, some special pups, no doubt about it.
Some really special pups. So we kind of got 2 different stories. So you get both perspectives of like, I know you got Oliver as a puppy.
Yes,
I got Mr. Oakley right here on the couch as a 7-year-old. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking about you. So kind of just talking about, the difference between getting a puppy as a rescue and or an older dog. I know some people are hesitant with getting older dogs. My man Oakley here was hopping around a lot, but maybe if you want to start it off since you're the puppy guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about this guy. He's getting up now.
This is the guy right here. This is Oliver. Very, very sweet individual, and an absolute giant. I don't know if the cameras can really pick it up, but he is a huge dog.
Yeah, we got the 2 biggest dogs in the office
for sure
right now on the pod. So
easily. And the funny thing is, like you said, we got him as a puppy.
Mm-hmm.
We had no idea the size he was going to be, but he came home and he had these giant paws, and everyone who would see him would be like, "Yeah, just buckle up because he's going to keep growing."
That's the telltale sign right there.
Absolutely.
You see the big paws, you're like, "Oh yeah, it's going to be a big boy." So
yep.
And what breed is Oliver again?
So Oliver, it's funny, again, he was a rescue, so we weren't ever really quite sure, but my mom got him one of those like doggy DNA tests, and it turns out that he is half shepherd, half terrier, like, pit bull kind of dog. So he is tall like a shepherd, and he's bulky and muscular like a pit bull.
He's got that big head like a pit bull.
Big old head, big old square jaw, the works.
Exactly.
But yeah, like with Oliver, we had grown up, we had a Labradoodle, who we got from a breeder. And, he was a very sweet dog. I love Labradoodles. They're super high energy and fun and smart, super smart. So that was like our childhood dog. As me and my sisters were kind of getting to that age where we're, starting to go to college and stuff, getting towards the end of high school. Unfortunately, he passed away pretty early. And that was a bummer. That was a hugely devastating thing to happen to our family. And, at first we were like, hey, maybe, we don't need a dog. Maybe it'll make our lives a little easier. But it got around 6 months after he passed, and we all kind of were like, it's too quiet here.
Yeah, you start missing him.
We need something here. So
we're bored.
Yeah, for sure. And so originally what had happened was, my parents kind of made a date to go to the shelter and check out some dogs. So that's kind of what we did. We went over to the shelter. It was a really, really cool experience. They let you go around and look at all the dogs. And I think part of like my family, like we kind of wanted a puppy just so we could like, raise it from a little guy and have him grow up with us and get comfortable with us and, that sort of thing. And to those of you thinking about doing that, just be prepared that puppy stage is insane. That first 2 years of owning a dog is it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. It's a child. I mean, you're raising a little baby pretty much. I mean, they don't know what's going on. They're new too. I mean, it's new to your house. So so you got a lot of training and stuff. I mean, that goes with Fresh Patch too. So that kind of works. But Yeah, no, that's really cool. And did you take a while at the shelter to like find him?
Yeah, definitely.
Or
I mean,
was it just like he was like one of the first?
So it's kind of funny how it worked out. Like we were kind of like taking note. We're like, oh, this one's great, you know, like, oh, this one has a cool vibe about it. There was a couple that we kind of like, they let you pull out and play with them.
Mm-hmm.
My sister came across Oliver. He was like 3 months at the time. And he was a dog that they found on the street. So, you know, we don't know his history or like where he came from or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was just this little pup. Kind of like Oakley. He had, you know, apparently this happens with a lot of shepherd puppies, but he had one ear that was like this and the other ear like that. And he was a little tiny puppy sitting in his crate. And my sister was like, this is the one. Mm-hmm. So we pulled him out. We played with him for a little bit, and he was a great fit for our family. So we were like, yeah, let's do it. And the best part about it, we had my grandma with us. So we were able to get that senior discount for him.
That's right.
Yeah. So I think it was like,
you're like, give us the paperwork. Come on. Let's
exactly.
Just sign
it was like $50 for this guy. Yeah. So that for an invaluable member of your family, $50,
exactly.
You know, I'll pay that.
Lifelong memories. Yeah. They become one of your family. Exactly. Like,
oh yeah.
That's a easy payment right there.
For sure.
And that's the great thing about rescue too. I mean, you avoid the heavy price tags of breeders and stuff, and you still get a great dog. Still get a puppy too. I know a lot of people do, you know, like, oh, I want a puppy, but
for sure,
like, go to your local shelter. Like they're getting puppies all the time.
Absolutely.
And like, it's probably the breed that you're looking for too. Maybe a little mix, but like they're so great, you know. And it's always better to, you know, rescue and or get from a shelter, you know.
Yeah, the way I kind of see it is like, you know, like you could get a dog from a breeder where you know all about the dog breed and everything, or you get one from a shelter and it's like they have their own story. You know, they're kind of like their own unique dog. And I could say that for Oliver. Like every once in a while we'll come across a dog we're like, that kind of looks like him. But it's never
a spitting image.
No, it's never spitting image, and it's never like, you know, like, oh, maybe this shepherd kind of looks like him, or maybe this pit bull kind of looks like him, but it's never like, you know, the combination, you know. So
he's unique
for sure. And so as I mentioned, like he was a street dog. Like they found him on the street. So, you know, there were little kind of quirks about him, and I know like once you get into Oakley, like you'll get into that as well.
For sure.
To where we were like, oh, like there's some sort of like trauma there, you know. Like my sister's boyfriend at the time would do this thing where he'd put his arms up like this and kind of like march towards him, and he would like freak out, like yeah.
It's the same thing with Oakley.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
so
like, you know, Jason did one time. He ran at him in the hallway, and Oakley freaked out, ran away, and like after that, it was just like. Yeah, and every time you run out, like, just put your arms up and run after him. He just like puts his head down. And he's like, "I'm out." Like, what's going on?
Funny story about that. Like when I first started here, like with Oliver, when I'm like trying to rouse him up and get him to play, like I'll kind of hunch over and put my hands on my thighs here, and I'll be like, "What's up?" You know, like kind of get him going. I did that to Oakley. Big mistake.
Yeah,
did not like.
He doesn't take it kindly.
No, he did not. No, he did
all
not.
the trust goes out the window when you do that with him. And like, I mean, and that's. He's unique too, and that just goes on with him. Like we don't know his history either. You know, he's an older dog. We did not get him as a puppy, so yeah, trying to figure out that trauma is a little hard, you know. And
for sure,
you find those little things where it's like, okay, maybe we don't do that to him because it obviously bothers him, you know, and stuff. So trying to make them happy, like I mean, any rescue and stuff, and you get from a shelter, especially older dogs. Yeah, you don't know their history, so you don't want to mess with them. And if you do find out that stuff does bother them, I'd refrain from
steer
it.
Clear.
Yeah, steer clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not giving them a good time. You're here to give them a good home, good rest of their life. So
definitely. Yeah. But ultimately, you know, he did grow up. Those first couple of years, he was extremely hyper as a giant dog. It was a little bit crazy to manage, but man, like right around that time he turned like 2 or 3, boom, just calmed down. Was the chillest dog, and like to this day. So loyal, so like listens, and like, you know, he's such a good dog. So.
Yeah, the commands are great. I mean, I love the no begging.
Yes,
that's like I need to teach Oakley that. That's
best thing we ever taught him. Yeah, so like just to like explain a little bit, you know, whenever we're eating our food and Oliver comes up and he's like, you know, he gets those big eyes, you know, you just look at him and we say no begging, and he's like, okay, kind of. You know, saunters off.
I wish I could do that with Oakley.
Yeah.
You say no begging to him, he's like, I'm going to try harder. I'm just going to try harder.
Me?
Now.
Not beg?
Put my paws up on them.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest. I don't think I've ever met a dog that knows that command as well as Oliver.
So weird. Like, it's one of those things where, like, we didn't even really, he kind of intuited it,
Yeah.
you know, like we didn't really like set out to teach him it. Just
Yeah.
kind of like,
You didn't reward him if he, did and stuff. I know it's so
So-
fun. I almost feel bad when I do it to him when
Nah.
I'm eating lunch or something, because like he just puts his head down and his eyes are still all
he gets all
big.
sad.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's like I didn't mean it, but like
No,
I did
no.
mean it. Like,
Don't worry, he's fed well. He gets
Yeah.
treats. He gets treats when I leave in the morning. He gets treats when I get back.
There's
so
a scavenger hunt waiting for him when
Oh,
you get
oh yeah, the works,
Yeah.
the works.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think he's just like the prime example of like, if you're looking to get a rescue, it's just such a good option because you can really like build that connection with that dog, and it's a really special connection.
Yeah, definitely.
So
For sure. Yeah.
kind of like bridging into like your story with Oakley. I know it's like, obviously it's a very similarly deep connection, but it's different because you mentioned that like you didn't get him as a puppy.
Correct.
So like, what
Yes.
was the process like for you getting Oakley?
Yeah, so it all started with my girlfriend. She was the one, like we need a dog. Like I'm sick of not having it. She's always had a dog in her life. I've always had a dog in my life. And when we moved in together and stuff, it was like, okay, like something's missing from our lives. It's a dog. So she signed up to be a foster through Ace of Hearts in the Pacific Palisades / Santa Monica area. And at first I was just like, hey, like I'm not actually I'm down to foster because I don't want to fully commit to a dog right now. Just financially, time, everything. I was just like, I'm not. I love dogs, but like right now, it's just not the right time.
It
But
is a serious commitment.
it is. It's a very serious commitment. So she signs up. We're getting offered dogs left and right to just house for like a week at a time and stuff. But it was kind of cool actually because we would be like, we get contacted. Hey, we have this dog, and then like a few hours later, like, oh, actually, like we found a family for it or an adopt. So
That's awesome.
we actually went like a month without even fostering anything or any dog and stuff, and we were just kind of in the waiting game. And they actually offered us Oakley like a couple times, and then they're like, oh, actually, we found a home for him like for the week, so like everything. But then he kept kind of popping back up, and after like I think it was like a month and a half. I mean, I don't remember exactly, but they were finally like, hey, like
Yeah.
you need to go pick up this dog because the current foster like is allergic and he sheds a lot and stuff. So they got to switch. And my girlfriend and I were like, yeah, no problem. Like, where is he at? And they're like, Santa Monica. Okay, great. We'll go get him. So we get in the car and we go up to this apartment that with those fosters he was at. And we open the door and he like was crying, and not crying, but like excited crying,
Oh, I know
was
the
like,
cry.
yeah, you know that. So he was stoked, and we're like, okay, like, what's up, buddy? Like, this is so cool. You're awesome, like, and stuff. And then we talked to the other fosters, and they explained, like, my allergies are bad. Okay, he sheds a lot. Get some quick details about him, and here's his leash, everything. Okay, cool. So let's go. And he just went down the stairs like no problem. And I took him on a quick little run before we drove home. It was like an hour drive home. So, hey, let's go potty real quick and get some energy out of you. And he ran with me like it was like I've been with him forever. And it was like this weirdest feeling. Like we get him in the car and like he's licking me and my girlfriend on the face, and it really felt like we just picked him up from vacation. Like we went on vacation and they were just watching him.
Like he's always kind of been in your life.
Yeah, it was the weirdest feeling to me. Like I've never felt that big of a connection instantly. Especially with the dog, and it was really cool. And I was like, okay, this is different. I've never fostered before either, so I was like, is this just a feeling? Like I love dogs, you
Yeah.
get instantly connected and stuff. But I was still trying to be in the headset of like, we're not going to keep him, and I want to find him a good home and stuff. And like we signed up to be fosters to really help out. After a day, it was like me and my girlfriend looked at each other. We were like,
This is it.
he's so cool. And like, I mean, I will be honest. Like, look at him, just
Look at
I'm
this guy.
talking about you, bud.
Little big boy over here.
Yeah. So I will be honest though. He did play us. He was quiet. He didn't make a peep. He was just the goodest boy that ate, just kind of hung out. And that's what the previous fosters told her. Like, he just chills. He likes belly rubs. Like, he just kind of hangs out and whatever. We're like, okay, cool. Ended up adopting him after like a week. We called back. We're like, hey, we're going to keep him. Because they wanted us. It was like every other week you would go to Petco down there and they would like, you'd have to bring your dog back and hopefully, promote them to get adopted. And we were just like, no, he's not going. Like,
Yeah.
we're keeping him, and like apologetic too of like, I know we signed up to be fosters and help out, but like this is just a crazy connection. And they were stoked, they're trying to find him a home, and he had been house hopping a lot, so, and we felt really bad. We don't know his story either. We were told he's 7. I don't believe he's actually 7. He, like I said, he kind of played us, and then his energy and his personality came out after like 3 months of having him.
Oh,
so he's just the best dog I've ever had. Like it's so cool, and that just goes back to rescuing and fostering. Even if you want to start out as a foster, we call him a failed foster because yes, we did fail, and connected with him instantly. But
I have to say, if I fostered, I would absolutely fail too.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I don't think I have the heart to like.
So
yeah,
tough. It's so
Ugh.
tough. So,
But like you said, it's like helping out. You
Yeah,
know? Like doing fostering, like giving them. So
exactly,
it's tough. It's
yeah,
tough. It's a
giving
tough
them more
situation.
life. Yeah, and he
Yeah.
was actually on like one of the euthanasia lists too. So he
Oh
was
my
going to be put
gosh.
down if we didn't find him a home, and like he was just on that fence, and that made it even more of a connection because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we're actually like saving this dude, and it just sucks. Like I know the foster system and everything, like there's only so much they can do, and like there is a lot of dogs out there, but like the actual putting down it sucks. And like meeting him and getting to know him and like being like, wow, like no one picked him up, no one wanted him. What is wrong with like? Notice nothing wrong with him. Like, yeah, he sheds. Okay, he's a
Yeah.
big dog. Okay, but like, I don't know, and we don't know his story. He has his swag here, as we call it. You guys,
does.
camera can't see it right now, but we think there's trauma from there too.
Yeah.
because like you mentioned, shepherds usually do have that flop ear, but once they get older, they both stand up, and his
Yeah.
is still crunch. So
I hope that like maybe he can. He hates it when I touch his feet, so maybe he'll pop his head up if I. For those of you who couldn't hear, he
Yeah.
gave me a nice little grumble there.
Yeah.
So
he's sensitive sometimes.
he is. Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, no, Oakley's ear, it's kind of goes down like this, but not the typical kind of shepherd
Flop,
ear where
yeah.
it flops, but it's kind of like you can tell, he was in a fight or who knows.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And that's just will always be a mystery, but I mean, he's the sweetest thing. I mean, he gets along great. Sometimes him and Oliver, just
Yeah.
because they're both shepherds, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
kinda-
200-pound dogs in a hallway bumping each other.
they
It's
got
not like they get pissed at each other.
Yeah, they're just.
Oakley's a little fussy though.
Yeah, he
so
is,
like
he is sometimes, but like he just.
no, he's such a sweet
He's
guy. though.
he's like it just wants to be included. That's what we always. My girlfriend always says he just wants to be included, and like he doesn't know the social cues.
Yes.
like he's just a little awkward, and then he starts barking, and then the other dogs are like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
And he's confused now because they're ignoring him. But
See, that's why him and Oliver are a good match because
Yeah.
they're both like huge awkward dogs.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
like
yeah, but then
It
you
works
get him
out.
with Tommy. I don't know.
Oh
If, I mean,
my
if you follow us on
gosh.
social media and
Yeah.
you see our stories and stuff, I mean, him and Tommy are best buds, and
So
it's the
cute.
coolest thing to
Yeah.
see, especially knowing that he is a rescue and everything, and you never know what you're gonna get, but then you bring him around other dogs, they get to know each other, and like he's.
I would
he's a
say
blessing.
like one of the cutest things that you'll see here in the office is Oakley. Oakley likes to give other dogs kisses. Like that's kind of his affection. Like go
Yes.
up and give him little licks on the cheek.
Yep.
Oliver hates it.
Yeah.
Can't stand it. He still does it, but Oliver just kind of sits there and goes,
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the cues of
Yes.
like, and I tell him too. I'm like, hey, Oliver doesn't like that, and I'll, doing the
yeah, Oliver's
the
like,
chin away
get off
type
me,
of-
bro.
Yeah, get off me.
But yeah, little Tommy, man. Oh, he loves it. They have such a sweet connection, and
Yeah.
like they'll sit there and kiss
Yeah.
Tommy, and Tommy will kiss him back, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh man. I think we have some videos of it, but
Yeah,
like, it's the most
definitely.
adorable thing ever.
Yeah, and I think honestly it's an anxious thing with Oakley. Like
For sure.
especially with the more hyper ones, or like the other dogs are moving around when Oakley doesn't want him to move around, and once he finally gets settled, he'll just go lick their face and stuff
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey man, like you can chill. Like we're just all here."
It's
hanging
adorable. I
out."
wish he loved it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. He's just trying to be. And that's what I mean by like he doesn't know how to fit in, so he's just like it's that awkward. Just like I'll just go lick your face because I don't know what else to do right now. Type of.
It's tough too. Like I don't know if you've had this problem with Oakley, but trying to social like Oliver, he chilled out a lot as he got older. So this problem kind of went away. But like I don't know if you had this problem with Oakley where you try to socialize him with smaller dogs and they're kind of afraid of him, And Oliver's just such a social like sweetheart. Like he just wants to play, and they're like, "Get away from me, dude!"
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, like Oakley off the leash is a night and day difference when he's on the leash.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like on walks, even in the car driving past the dog, he'll start barking, going crazy. Like we never go to dog parks because he just, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. But like you bring him here and he walks at like a dog.
Chill.
We can literally open a door and they go face to face and then they just like walk past each other.
No,
versus if that happened in public, he would freak out. And
It's like, what's up, bro?
Yeah, exactly. And I know it's just because they are coworkers. You know, they're here every day and like out in the real world, it's the first time and he's trying to assert dominance or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find it funny that like he can just get along so well. And it's honestly embarrassing too when I am on walks and he's tugging me and stuff. I'm like, you're such a different dog at work. You know, like.
I hope none of my neighbors are watching this because they are not fans of Oliver, sadly.
As soon as you say it.
Someone say neighbors?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a big black dog and, you know, he barks a lot. That's kind of like his thing is he's territorial.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel like that's just a shepherd thing, especially when it comes to their family. I mean, that's like a living joke with German shepherds and white shepherds too. Oakley's actually a Swiss white shepherd. So when we first got him, we just thought, we didn't really understand the difference between breeds, and we did some research. And it's like, oh, okay, you got German shepherds and you got Swiss white shepherds, so it makes sense.
If you ever see like a wolf in the wild, like a snow wolf, you know, that's Oakley.
Yeah, I was literally just watching a documentary the other day, and I was like, it was a white wolf, and I was like, looking down at him, I was like, wow. I was like, this guy's hunting for food. You're begging for food. Look how far you've come, from your ancestors. But
my question is, how did this guy end up in Southern California? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I know. That's what I'm wondering too. I'm like, you love you, but you definitely deserve to be. But it is funny. We actually took him to the snow back on New Year's.
Oh, I bet he loved it.
He loved it, but like didn't love it at the same time.
Oh,
it was kind of like. We thought he would be way more like get the zoomies on the snow,
rolling around in it.
Yeah, but he just was like, "Oh, I'm out like just a normal day," and I was like, "Maybe you are used you did used to live in the snow or something."
Yeah,
because we thought it was going to be his first time and like freak out, but he didn't. We're like, I mean, he was stoked, but didn't get the zoomies and everything. I was like, "Oh, okay, you know what this stuff is." So.
Does he get hot in the summers?
Yes, kind of. Like I don't know. We've only had him one summer, so I've only had him for a little over a year now, but.
Gotcha.
We aren't shedding. I mean, he's shedding like crazy. He sheds like crazy.
Him too.
Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh. So if you are looking to get a shepherd of any sort, be prepared for the shedding.
Oh my gosh.
You will. I mean, I vacuum 5 times a day. And even bringing him to work, I show up and I'm like, how does their hair? Because I vacuumed before I left. He was with me all day.
It's the wildest thing because, like, I go home and I change my shirt and I look at it and I'm like, oh, there's black hair on here and there's white hair on here. Like, yin and yang of dogs, getting their fur all over me. So,
shout out the shepherds of the Fresh Patch office.
Straight up.
Yeah. So, if you are interested in fostering, I really encourage it. I mean, or just rescuing. Like, it is so heartwarming and you really, I feel like me and my girlfriend got really lucky with Oakley, but also I feel like it was like destiny. Like he was meant for us. We were supposed to go pick him up and stuff. So you will always find the one. And if you do want to get a puppy, like we're not here to say don't get a puppy from
no way.
But getting that rescue is it's so heartwarming, and you really feel good, especially getting him out of a situation like Oakley was in, where he might get put down and stuff, and giving him that life that he deserves to live, and he's living life now. I mean, he's got a job, he's got a roof over his head, gets great food.
Oh yeah,
treats all the time.
Constantly.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So
and this guy, like giving him treats, like he'll take your arm off.
Yeah, he will.
If you're not,
if you're not careful, he will snap real quick. But if you're on top of him, he will. Do you want to lift your head up, Oakley? Show the people. Oliver's hiding.
Yeah, Oliver's hiding. He wants to go home.
Yeah,
He's
it is
like,
late in the day,
home.
so they are ready to go. This is usually what it looks like.
Oakley.
Oh, you were knocked out. I'm sorry. I kind of feel bad. Oh my gosh, his eyes rolled back.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh, you're knocked out. But,
okay.
Yeah. So this is, just wanted to hop on this podcast episode to just, talk to the people that might be interested in, rescuing
or people who have rescues and maybe have like similar stories.
Exactly.
We want to hear about all of that. So
for sure, and it's always a good choice. Yeah, I love this guy. I love him. I couldn't imagine my life without him now. And like, it's only been a little over a year, and it's just like,
Yeah.
felt like I've had him forever. And like going back to what I said, it felt like we were just picking him up from vacation, So, yeah, love you, Oakles.
Good guy.
You're the man. You
Great
too,
guy.
Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver, you're a cool ass dude too.
Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, a little shorter episode this time. And please, like this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, follow us on all socials. Wherever you listen to your podcast, we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify. You can check it out on freshpatch.com as well. So yeah, wherever you listen to your podcast, make sure you subscribe. Send us some messages too. We'd love to start answering questions.
Yes.
In future episodes. And yeah. So
yeah. Also, guys, keep your eyes peeled on our social medias. You will see Oakley on there. You will see Oliver on there. So make sure
you will get all our office pups on our social accounts. So if you are enjoying us talking about them and seeing them, please tune in, give us a follow, subscribe, smash that like button, leave comments, and you'll get more of Oakles and Oliver and Stella, Tommy,
the gang.
Archie, and everybody.
We got a new dog too, Riven.
Yes,
maybe she'll make an appearance on here soon. That'd be cool.
She will be making an appearance soon, at least on our socials. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, if you guys ever have any questions regarding Fresh Patch in general, please feel free to reach out to us via DM. You can always contact our customer service. But
yes, and if you're in Southern California and you're looking for good shelters to go to, we work with a bunch of them. So
yes,
feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to help with that as well.
Definitely. And if you are interested in being a guest on our podcast,
yes,
DM us as well. We are looking for more guests and stuff. So if you tell your story or just get on and talk Fresh Patch with us, talk dogs, like we're down. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Send us a DM, and I think that about covers it.
Yeah, I think so.
I could talk about my dog forever.
Man,
we could keep going. And
we
going
could keep
and
going. I know.
We could get into the stories of but
there's so many.
Yeah. Too many.
Maybe I'm sure like in future episodes it'll come back out and we'll dive back in.
Definitely. But if you're looking to create memories, go check out some rescue pups. You won't be disappointed, and take your time. Walk around, take a look. Go foster too if you if you're hesitant or you just want to see if you're even fit for having a dog.
Yeah, get used to like having a dog in your life.
Exactly, and you're helping out tremendously by finding them a home, even if you're not going to keep them, or if you do keep them, like I did with Oakley. You're giving them that forever home. So
yeah, and I just want to say like one thing before we go. Kind of not to bring down the mood, but like if you're looking to adopt a dog and you're thinking about it, just make sure that you're ready, because again, it is a commitment, and it's important to understand that like when you're taking them back, it can really mess them up psychologically. So like just keep that in mind, and be open minded and be ready to change your life around and your schedule, and
exactly.
They'll give everything that you give them, they'll give you right back.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, I think it's time to wrap it up. Oliver's huffing and puffing now.
He's huffing.
It is late in the day. It is time for us to go home. So thank you guys for tuning in to episode 6 of the Potty Talk podcast. My name is Drew. This is Gabe. And pleasure. And catch you on the next episode.
Absolutely. See you guys next week.
Thanks for listening to the Potty Time podcast, brought to you by Fresh Patch. We hope you enjoyed the show. Give us a like or a follow, or shop all of our real grass supplies at freshpatch.com.